good people, I'm Dave Porter, and today we're taking a look at a little bass with a huge upright tone. This is the Gold Tone Microelectric Solid Body Fretless Bass. Gold Tone is based in Titusville, Florida, and they're mostly known for bluegrass instruments like banjos, mandolins, ukuleles, but most recently, this little 23-inch scale fretless monster. The body is mahogany with a satin finish, and the bass weighs about 5 pounds. It also comes with a deluxe gig bag. The fretboard is rosewood, and the 1 11/16 inch wide nut is made of bone. It has an ebony piezo bridge with an active preamp with 2-band treble and bass EQ. But the secret sauce to this great upright sound lies in these rubber polymer strings. In the intro, I was using Sigma Audio's German bass upright IR, or impulse response, to help with the upright bass tone. 3 Sigma makes really great acoustic, electric, and cabinet IRs, and I'll put a link to them in the description. You should check them out. For now, I'm just going to turn off the IR so that you can just hear the bass direct into my Universal Audio Apollo console. The first bass I ever saw with these strings was the Ashbory Bass. Guild made this one-piece 18-inch scale bass back in the late 1980s, and they were really cool, but honestly at the time I kind of thought they were toys and didn't take them very seriously. But Gold Tone's bass sounds so much better, and it really nails that upright tone, again in part due to these great strings. The bass ships with Aquila Thunder Gut strings, and here's what the manufacturer says about them. This rubber bass string best imitates the warm, vibrant sound of an upright bass. Similar strings are used on other bass ukuleles like the Kayla U-Bass. They are also extremely easy to fret and they last a very long time. However, they do require a break-in period, more turns of the post when adjusting tuning, and sometimes requires lifting the string above the nut to prevent thinning. Some bass players have also mentioned stickiness, but this can be easily eliminated by using string lubricant or a baby powder. Like the description stated, one of the weird things about polymer strings is they do get sticky, and you don't want your finger sticking to the strings. I found that baby powder or any kind of talc helps with that. All right, now that we're all talcumed up and ready to play, let's listen to some more tones. Hey, if you're getting value out of this video, please click the like and subscribe button. That way you'll know when I'm adding new content and when I'm doing bass lessons or bass reviews like this one. Going from a normal 34 or 35-inch scale bass down to a 23-inch scale is going to be difficult, so expect to spend a lot of time looking at the fret markers and making sure your intonation is correct. But for someone like me that occasionally needs to record an upright bass sound but doesn't want an electric upright bass taking up room in the studio, this is a dream. Plus these basses sound more like an upright to me because EUBs a lot of times just sound like an electric fretless. All right, let's take a look at the controls. These are very, very sensitive controls, and adding treble really brightens things up. So add it sparingly. I've got it just barely up right now, and it starts to get a little about halfway up. too snappy up in the upper end, so I just kind of barely have a little bit of it in there. And on the bass control, I've almost got it dimed to the max. It really helps to accentuate that woody thumpiness you expect from an upright bass, and then also it kind of accentuates this nice mahogany body with the polymer strings. Here's with the bass all the way out. A lot more mid-range coming out with the bass rolled off. Somewhere in the middle is about good. I'm going to turn my 3 Sigma Audio IR back on for that German bass that I'm modeling, and I'm going to turn the treble up just a little bit. I'm going to show you how you can kind of get away with a little bit of a slap rockabilly type tone. If you want a slightly larger scale, Gold Tone makes a 25-inch scale acoustic electric version of this that I'm sure sounds just as great. I do have to spend a lot of time visually concentrating on where my hands are because of the unusual small scale of the bass. I think that would be the case on the 25-inch scale too, but I'm sure they both sound awesome. What a great bass. I'm so glad I added this to my collection. So who needs this bass? If you've got any kind of physical limitations that keep you from playing an upright, or you just don't want to lug one of those monsters around to a gig, this is the bass for you. And if you're like me and you just occasionally need an upright tone for a recording session and you don't want to invest in a really nice upright and you don't have the room, this bass is also for you. For around $500 new, you get so much out of this bass. It really is a must-have for any collection. Hey, that's it for this review. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.